Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to this little video which is supporting a Dotwork class. So you should have read the step-by-step tutorial, which was an A4 photograph uploaded to Teams. This is just showing you the technique in a video format which might help you. So what you're going to need for this class, as I said in the instructions, is a pencil. Any pencil is fine, whatever size, whatever's available in your house. A piece of paper, so I would suggest using half an A4 size piece of paper. As you can see in this image, the size of my notebook, that's the size I decided to do my dot work in. So dot work can be quite a time consuming technique, so you don't want to go too large because it might take you hours. But if you'd like to size up and do A4, then that's great, and I would encourage you to. So it's up to you. I use half an A4. A fine liner pen. So again, if you don't have a fine liner pen, that's okay, just use a biro, but a fine liner pen does work best. And an object. So an object associated with natural forms, as that's our theme. So this could be a small leaf, a small flower, or a piece of fruit. So maybe have a look in your garden and see if you can get a tiny little leaf or something. I use the fern, which is at the top of this image, just for scale. So this is a video I found on YouTube called How to Draw Using Dots, Stippling Tutorial for Beginners, and the lady was called Miss Cooper. So I just want to show you what she did because she had a really good example of the technique.
It's very darkest area. Start adding dots. You can't even really see it, but my pen is moving very fast. From there, I slowly work my way out into the lighter area by very carefully spreading my dots, putting them right in the middles of each other very carefully, and I sped this up. What I say a lot is that you can always add more dots, but it is hard to take them away. So that's why I'm very slowly working from my darkest area into my light and kind of slowly darkening up my darkest area even more as I go. And then kind of looking. And it's also not circles, you're doing little dots, although those are interesting too. So what I'm showing you right now.
So this is an example of when she starts doing a sphere. So that's exactly what we're doing, but she's done it much larger. So she takes a lot more time doing hers, which it looks more effective. But if we're just trying out a little example, it might be best to start small. So first of all, she places her dots around the circle, and she puts in a light source, which I've asked you to do as well. So basically, in that light source area, there's going to be less dots. And there's going to be more dots around the shaded part of the area, so around the bottom of the circle. And you can see she started adding hers around the bottom. And finally, this is what she ends up with. So this is the result. So you can see how effective it looks when you spend a long time doing it. Okay.
Bona fide dots. I'm just kind of very light.
So this is the end result of my final circle object, and as you can see, there's less dots near the sun or light source, and there's darker dots around the edges. So once you've done that, what I'd like you to do is get your object, trace around it using a pencil, go over that pencil using a fine liner pen, and then start adding your dots exactly as we did with the circle, but start thinking about where the darkest parts of that object is. So for example, mine's the stalk, and it's also around the edges of the leaves. So I'm doing a lot of dark stippling around there, and you can see the progress shot as well. And finally, I ended up with two wonderful dotwork examples. So I cut my circle out and I stuck it next to my fern drawing. That's optional, you can do that if you want to, but I think it's good for presentation if you start practicing doing that. And then I also mounted it onto some card I had lying around the house. So I mounted mine on green card, and this was the outcome. So I hope you have fun doing this class. I would love to see what you make, so make sure to upload photographs of your work onto Teams, and hopefully I'll see you sometime next week. So best of luck, and yeah, have fun with it. Bye.